Good afternoon, families. It is Thursday, April 6th, 2023, and it is our first vlog from coming back to school after our spring break. Quick notes, our top three, we'll get right into it. Tomorrow, Friday the 7th, there is no school. That is in just reference to Good Friday, for those of you celebrating for Good Friday and Easter this weekend. And so no school tomorrow. Number two out of our top three again this week, we have coming home in our purple folders a field trip form for our next field trip, which is Wednesday, April 26th. We are going to the Schlitz Audubon Nature Center, which is a phenomenal, fun place to go. And finally, rounding out our top three for our usual top two, our amazing Lake Bluff PTO has done it again. And today marks the start of our sixth annual Lake Bluff All-School Read. So it's pretty awesome this year. The All-School Read book is this chapter book right here called Thirst. I've read chapters 6 through 8. And our PTO has wonderfully actually got a special book for our K4 through first grade students, and it is this book, We Are the Water Protectors, and it is a Caldecott winner, which is fantastic. And we read it today here in class. Each student in our class will be getting their very own copy to take home today and keep. So awesome, very cool, and just thank you to all of our wonderful friends at the PTO for making this such an awesome reading event. So let's get right into our vlog for the week. In phonics, we're finishing our last of our 3-week reviews of short vowel words before we get into long vowels with a silent E, which is pretty exciting. And the students are really doing awesome on hearing it, sounding out, reading sentences, and writing sentences on their own. It's amazing how far they've come. So awesome. I'm very excited. In reading, we've been practicing our book box stuff and practicing reading independently. And so today, your student is bringing home a book bag that they have in it a self-selected book that they have read and reread as part of our reading instruction here in class. And the students have this special book bag. It looks like this. This is obviously Mrs. Hippo's book bag. And there's going to be some pieces of paper inside. Those are for the adults at home that have some tips and tricks and reminders on how to support your student when they're reading. Try not to do it for them. Give them some wait time. It's okay if they make mistakes, and just praise the good practicing strategies that they do. So look for a little bit of how to support your student at home on this, and it's got some other interesting things. And then there should be at least one book in there that they can read to you. Now, how that works is they bring the book bag home. You find some time, you do some reading, maybe read it once, twice, to themselves, to a couple of you, to anybody. And then they bring it back and they exchange it for another book that they feel that they are ready to bring home and kind of show off their reading skills to people at home. So look forward to that. Also, coming home today, it's a crazy big folder, so I apologize up front. In math, we are super into our deep action of addition and subtraction story problems, where we have been drawing pictures, counting things, using our fingers and stuff, and matching different part groups to create a part whole number sentence that matches the story that I said out loud, a picture that they have drawn, and the number sentence that they have written. And so far, it's really going quite well. We've worked through numbers all the way up through 10 quite quickly at a completely independent level. So I'm very proud of how they've done. In science, yesterday, we finished our balls and ramps unit. We culminated with a huge lesson exploring how different heavy or light balls roll down ramps differently. We also investigated how a larger, taller ramp affects different things that roll, whether it's farther or faster. So kind of elementary physics investigations. So that went really well. So there'll be a science journal in their purple folder as well. So like I said, there's a lot coming home. There's also an old math workbook that's coming home as well. So that can stay at home. And so that's going really well there. Last but not least, we have started a new chapter book. It is the Toys Come Home book, which is our third book in our toy series. And even though this is the last book that was written, it's actually a prequel, and it goes through how all the toys and characters that we know from the books we've already read so far actually have come to find each other and have the adventures that we've already actually had. So that's kind of fun. So far what we've found out is that Stingray has come to life, and because she was opened up as an actual on the day of birth birthday present for the little girl, she's kind of unique and special. We've also kind of run into the one-eared sheep, who is just called sheep because sheep still has both ears. So we don't really even know how the sheep has gotten her name one-eared sheep, but we're going to find out soon. We've also met a walrus named Bobby Dot, who's not very nice and is kind of bossy. So we'll kind of keep you up to date on to how those things are going for our chapter book. But other than that, things are going really well in the classroom. It's fantastic to be back. I have missed everyone, and I hope that your spring breaks were healthy. Yesterday was rainy. Today is gorgeous and sunny. So I hope you have a slightly longer weekend. You get outside, you get some fresh air, do some family things, enjoy our chapter book, or actually our picture book. And if you want, look for the Beagle Bulletin from Miss AOK, and there should be links in there to hear staff teachers here read this book aloud, Thirst. And spoiler alert, I'm reading chapters 6 through 8. So I hope you are doing well. I hope you are safe, and I will catch you on the next vlog next week. Have a wonderful long weekend. Bye.